at the moment, I've got a bit of a fucking beef with God. It's like, okay, the regulars here know that I make a lot of sport about the fact that I am Jewish. Yeah, I was the guy that was like, when being like, who's a Jew? I am the token Jew. Ha ha ha, Jewish comedian. Who the fucking bunker? Jewish comedian. Ha ha ha. Guess what? I'm also an alcoholic that hates myself. What other stereotypes can I fucking match, people? Sorry, I didn't mention I was angry. And, like, angry tonight, I'm not an atheist. I'm not an agnostic. I believe in God. I just don't really think that God gives much of a fuck about any of us anymore. And I'm told there's a word for that. And apparently that word is bitter. A bit of backstory about why I'm so angry tonight. As a few of you who are regulars here know, I'm also a regular here on stage, and that last week I kind of canceled, which is a bit odd, because I don't really come here to be that funny. I come up here to rant and have my little bit of therapy, and some people laugh, and that's great, and we all have fun and go home. Like, he's not really that psychopathic, is he? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So last week, I wasn't here last week because I found out that my dog has a delicious creamy filling, much like the inside of a Krispy Kreme's donuts, which is to say that he has lymphatic cancer. No, that's not funny. I'm a terrible person trying to make sport of that one. And it got to the point that, going through all that stuff with the vet, we can take care of your dog, that's fine. Yes, please take care of my dog. I love my dog. He's my best friend. He is the reason I wake up in the morning, mostly because he jumps on me and licks my face and he's 35 kilos, jabbing me in the kidney. Get a German Shepherd-sized dog, have him jump on you better than an alarm clock. He is my best friend, and he is basically on chemotherapy treatment. Much like humans who have cancer and get chemotherapy, dogs get chemotherapy as well. It's a pretty standard treatment. And the treatment costs about $700 a fortnight. Now, the Jew in me keeps pointing out that I could get a new dog every fortnight for that cost. I could basically have, like, Jehovah's Witnesses or, Chaka's friends come to my door and try and sell me a Bible every other week, and I wouldn't just stick the dog on them, I would pick up the dog and throw it at them, and then just get a new one the next day. But no, I've decided to actually, do the humane thing and put my dog on treatment that I would probably deny to my own grandmother, who is in a wheelchair, much like Darth Vader. You may have guessed I don't like my family that much, especially the regulars here. It just got me thinking a lot about how unfair this God person really is. And as a Jew, I find that God is more unfair than a lot of other gods. And there are a few of you out there, Christians and Muslims, who are like, no, God is God. No, God is not God. Okay, we all share the Ten Commandments, yeah? Okay, most of us share the Ten Commandments. Commandment number 1, anyone remember that? I am the one and only God, and you will have no other gods before me. Which kind of fucks over Catholics and their Trinity, because they can't do math for shit, which is why they left it to us Jews. But ignoring the Catholics, because everyone does outside of Ireland, you kind of have that rule, except Jews have a little bit more than that. Jews get, I am the one and only God, and you will have no other gods before me, for I am a jealous and wrathful God. Which says two things to me. It says, A, God is aware that there are other gods out there, and B, that he's a bit of a cunt. What other god out there does this sort of shit to people? So, I'm just thinking, while I'm sort of thinking through all of this and having my little bit of a tirade against God, fuck you, I'm worshipping Cthulhu now. While I'm having my bit of a tirade against God, it got me thinking about all that sort of Richard Dawkins shit. Well, there is actually no God, because God would make as much sense as an invisible pink unicorn. Ha ha! Dawkins. Seriously, that guy will kick the shit out of you for believing in God. That's how Stephen Hawking wound up in a wheelchair, folks. Good thing Einstein died before he got here. Okay, so I was thinking about this, and it occurs to me that, you know what, like, God may be totally uncaring. I still kind of have a little bit of a belief in God because I was raised Orthodox Jewish, and it's hard to kick that shit to the curb. I mean, John Safran, look at John Safran. He's still Orthodox Jewish for all the shit he went through, but I have come to the theory that because God does not care, he also had almost absolutely nothing to do with the creation of the human species, thereby proving Darwinian evolution. And the reason why I say this, and this is something I'm going to leave you guys to ponder philosophically, theologically, something that's a bit of a barbecue stopper for you perhaps. If we are made in an ever-loving and graceful God's image, I just want for you to explain one fucking thing to me if you are a creationist. And that one fucking thing, anal hair.
There you go.
So that'll be... Fuck it. All right. We'll keep the show going. Our next act is Jack Spooky.